Hi, I'm Jean Tobacco with Rally Software, and I want to talk with you about Kanban and Scrum. Both of these methodologies really have come about as a result of some skepticism with regard to how we predict with waterfall. That is that the predictions tend to be across a very long period of time. Scrum has narrowed that down to time boxes of increments, and Kanban actually even moves in a little bit more than that. So let's look at some differences between the two just to be clear about what we're talking about with Scrum versus Kanban. First of all, Scrum says let's have some fixed time boxes, usually between 2 to 4 weeks. And they are bookended by a sprint planning meeting and a sprint demo and review meeting. In contrast, Kanban does not have these fixed time boxes, nor does it produce on increment boundaries. So there's no fixed planning meeting or fixed demo and review meeting. In the planning meeting for Scrum, the team does some work called tasking and estimating to figure out how much work they can get done within the time box to deliver an increment. Kanban does not have the activity of tasks and estimates. The team simply takes the next item to work on and starts working on it. Now in Scrum, we look at something called velocity, which is how much work do we tend to get done over time from increment to increment, from time box to time box. That's intended to help teams get better and better at their commitment to what they can get done within a time box. In Kanban, we don't track velocity. Rather, we have a notion of tracking queues for waiting service to be done on a particular item. We track something called work in process, that is, how many things do we currently have being worked on. And we also talk about total cycle time. That is, from the moment we started working on something, how long did it take us to get it to completely done acceptance? And then finally, there's a notion in Scrum of having a Scrum Master who owns the process. So the whole notion of how the process works is given to this person to help inform the team. In contrast with Kanban, there's no fixed defined process. Rather, the team takes whatever process it has, and given these measurements of queues, work in process, and cycle times, figures out how it can continually improve its process. So you might say the team owns the process in Kanban. Finally, the truth is in both of them there's a sense of cadence. In Scrum, we're looking for a cadence of increments. How can we regularly deliver increments of working software? In Kanban, there's a sense of flow. So the cadence turns into a flow of how can we create a flow of delivering what are called minimal marketable features. So that's just a short overview of how you might compare and contrast both Kanban and Scrum. Thank you.